Welcome to the deep dive. Ready to explore generative AI in test automation? We've got some fascinating articles and research lined up.
Yeah, it's a pretty hot topic right now, isn't it? So much innovation happening.
Totally. Imagine a system that can just analyze millions of lines of code, pinpoint potential problems, and then create tests for those areas automatically.
Like a superpowered detective for your code.
Exactly. Think about a complex app like a financial platform or a healthcare app.
Yeah, manually creating tests for every single scenario would be, well,
a nightmare. Time-consuming, prone to human error, you name it.
You'd probably miss crucial stuff too.
But with generative AI, you can feed it requirements, code, even past bug reports.
And it generates a whole set of targeted tests to uncover vulnerabilities.
It's not just following instructions, it's like analyzing the system, getting the intent.
And coming up with really creative ways to, put it through its paces.
Exactly. And it goes beyond just test cases, right? There's also intelligent test data creation.
Right. Traditionally, you had to create dummy data manually or anonymize real user data.
Time-consuming and risky for privacy.
Exactly. But AI can generate synthetic data that's like a mirror of real user data, but without sensitive info.
So you could test, say, a banking app with millions of simulated transactions.
Without using any actual customer data.
So efficient and ethical. This is amazing.
And the benefits don't stop there. Remember those intricate test cases. They need data, and AI can provide it.
So it's like a 2-for-1 deal. AI creates the scenarios and the data to run them.
Precisely. And we haven't even touched on things like defect prediction yet.
Wait, defect prediction? You mean like predicting where future bugs might appear? How is that even possible?
It's all about pattern recognition. AI analyzes past bugs, code changes, testing results, and it starts to see patterns.
So let's say you're releasing a big update to your e-commerce platform. The AI could analyze the changes.
Compare them to past data and flag areas that are, statistically speaking, more likely to have problems.
So instead of testing blindly, you focus on the high-risk areas.
Targeted approach saves time and resources, right?
It's like having a crystal ball for your code. But even at the best planning, things can still go wrong.
Absolutely. Software's always changing. Test scripts can break when the code changes.
Used to be a huge headache for testing teams.
Right. Constant manual updates and fixes.
So where does AI come in? How do we handle these inevitable script malfunctions?
AI-powered script maintenance. It analyzes the code changes and automatically updates the scripts to match.
Whoa, so it's like a self-healing test suite, always adapting.
Exactly. And then there's smarter test execution.
Smarter. How so?
Well, in traditional testing, every single test case is run, regardless of priority.
That seems really inefficient, especially with large applications.
Right. It's like trying every piece of a jigsaw puzzle in every spot.
Would take forever.
With AI, we can prioritize. Run the tests most likely to find defects based on risk, code changes, and all that.
So it's strategic, not just about speed.
Exactly. AI figures out which tests will give you the most valuable information.
Like a super smart test manager saying, hey, these are the 10 tests we absolutely need to run right now.
That's a great way to put it.
But with all this talk about AI, what about us humans? Are we going to be replaced by robots?
That's the million-dollar question, isn't it?
Feels like it.
And the answer is no. AI is here to augment human capabilities, not replace them.
So it's a partnership, like humans and AI working together.
Exactly. Humans still bring critical thinking, creativity, intuition to the table.
We design test strategies, interpret results, ensure quality.
AI takes care of the tedious stuff so we can focus on the big picture, the things that need human judgment.
Okay, that makes sense. It's like having a team of superpowered assistants.
And speaking of superpowered, have you heard about natural language processing in testing?
NLP. You mean being able to describe what we want to test in plain English, and the AI translates it into a test case?
Exactly. It's still evolving, but some tools are already incorporating it.
So instead of writing out a complex script, I could just say, test the user login flow, including password recovery and two-factor authentication.
And the AI just does it.
Creates the entire test case with all the details. That's mind-blowing.
It simplifies the process a lot, makes it accessible to more people.
I love it. So we've talked a lot about what generative AI can do in testing, but why is this so important? What are the real-world benefits?
Well, the benefits are huge. Increased efficiency is a big one. Automating those tedious tasks frees up human testers.
So we can focus on more complex, strategic work.
Exactly. And efficiency leads to cost savings. Catching bugs early is always cheaper than fixing them later.
Right. Prevention is key. And I imagine AI's ability to predict bugs helps a lot with that.
Absolutely. By identifying those high-risk areas early on, we can really focus our efforts where they matter most.
Like a financial advisor for your software development.
Huh, that's a good one. And then there's accuracy. Humans make mistakes, AI doesn't get tired or bored.
You're telling me?
So AI can achieve a much higher level of accuracy, which leads to more reliable software.
Like a tireless quality control expert.
Precisely. And all of this, the efficiency, the accuracy, the speed, leads to faster time to market.
Which is crucial in today's competitive landscape.
Absolutely. Generative AI can really help businesses stay ahead of the curve.
It sounds like it's poised to revolutionize the entire software development landscape.
It's definitely transformative, but it's not a magic bullet. There are challenges and limitations we need to consider.
Like what? What are some potential roadblocks?
Data dependency is a big one. AI needs tons of high-quality data to work effectively. If the data is flawed, the results will be flawed too.
So it's all about the foundation, the quality of the data.
Exactly. And even with good data, implementing AI can be complex. You need expertise, careful integration, and a willingness to adapt.
It's not a simple plug and play. You need a plan.
And you need the right tools. Not all AI tools are created equal.
So it's about choosing wisely, making sure the tools fit your needs.
Absolutely. It's also important to remember that AI is still a young field. There are ongoing challenges.
So it's not about replacing human judgment, but working with AI, finding the right balance.
Exactly. It's a partnership, a collaboration that has the potential to revolutionize not just testing, but many things.
Not just automating tasks, but unlocking new possibilities.
Couldn't have said it better myself. It's an exciting time to be in this field.
Absolutely. We could talk about this all day, but I think our listener is probably eager to hear about the future of AI-powered testing.
Yeah, and there's a lot to be excited about. But we'll save that for after a quick break. And we're back, ready to dive into the future of AI in testing.
Absolutely. Before the break, we talked about some of the challenges, but now I want to get to the exciting stuff.
Yeah, the advancements on the horizon.
Exactly. What's got you most pumped up?
Well, self-healing systems are pretty amazing. Imagine test scripts that can just repair themselves.
No more manual fixes. That sounds like a dream.
Right. It would free up so much time for human testers.
They could focus on more strategic stuff.
Exactly. And then there's continuous testing, which is huge as software development gets more agile.
Yeah, traditional testing methods just can't keep up anymore.
Right. You need something that's integrated into the development process, happening all the time.
So tests are running automatically as the code changes.
Exactly. And AI is key here. Analyzing changes, prioritizing tests, even generating new ones on the fly.
It's like a constant watchdog, making sure nothing slips through the cracks.
Now that leads to much higher quality software because bugs are caught so early.
It's all about prevention.
Exactly. And as AI keeps evolving, we can expect even more sophisticated, continuous testing solutions.
Okay, now this is where it gets really sci-fi for me. Hyper-personalized testing.
Ah, yes. This is where it gets really interesting. Imagine testing an app for millions of different user profiles.
Each with their own preferences, devices, everything.
Exactly. So you're not just testing for a generic user, you're testing for real-world scenarios.
You could see how the app performs for someone using a specific device in a specific location.
With specific accessibility needs, yeah.
It's like having a massive team of testers, each representing a different type of user.
And it's not just about finding bugs, it's about optimizing for different user segments.
Making sure the app is truly user-friendly for everyone.
Exactly. This level of personalization is only possible with AI. It's transformative for user experience.
It's amazing to think about. So it seems like AI is really pushing us toward a future where software is not just functional, but delightful to use.
Absolutely. And I believe AI is essential for achieving that.
Okay, so we've covered a lot of ground, but I want to circle back to something we talked about earlier, the role of human testers in this new world.
Yeah, it's important to remember that AI is a tool, not a replacement for humans.
It's humans and machines working together.
Exactly. The best testing teams will be the ones who embrace AI while also recognizing the value of human expertise.
So it's about finding that balance, using AI for the tedious stuff, freeing humans up for strategic thinking.
And for things like designing test strategies, analyzing complex results, collaborating with developers.
It's a more analytical, more strategic role.
And it requires new skills. Testers need to understand AI, how it works, how to leverage it.
So it's a new way of thinking, a new approach to testing.
Exactly. The future of software testing is bright, but we need to adapt and embrace the change.
Couldn't agree more. But before we wrap up, I have to ask the big question. If AI can do all this, generate tests, predict bugs, fix scripts, what happens to human testers? Do their jobs become obsolete?
I understand that concern, but I truly believe AI will not replace human testers.
But it will change their jobs, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It'll be about evolution, not elimination. As AI takes over the routine tasks, human testers can focus on higher level stuff.
So they'll be less like scriptwriters and more like detectives.
Exactly. Investigating systems, identifying vulnerabilities, working with developers to prevent problems.
A more strategic and honestly more interesting role.
Absolutely. And it requires a new mindset, a willingness to embrace new technologies and adapt.
The future of software testing is exciting, but it's up to us to shape it, to make sure it's a future where software is not just functional, but truly exceptional.
I love that. A future of exceptional software.
It's a goal worth striving for, right?
Absolutely.
Well, I think that's a great place to wrap up this part of our deep dive. It feels like we've just scratched the surface here.
Yeah, definitely. Generative AI is going to have a huge impact on everything, really.
Software development, testing, probably way beyond that too.
Oh, absolutely. It's such a dynamic field. Things are changing so fast.
We've covered so much, from those super specific test cases to predicting bugs. It's amazing.
And don't forget self-healing scripts. No more tedious fixes.
Seriously, it's like the AI is constantly learning and getting better, becoming more efficient all the time.
Right. And since we talked about it, it's not about replacing humans. It's about empowering them.
Giving them the tools and the freedom to do their best work, the strategic stuff.
Exactly. It's all about that partnership, humans and AI working together.
So, to our listener, I want to leave you with this. If AI can transform software testing, imagine what it can do in other areas of your work, or even your life.
It's a good question to ask yourself. What tasks could you automate? What new insights could you gain?
What possibilities are out there that we haven't even thought of yet?
It's a really exciting time to be thinking about these things, that's for sure.
Absolutely. So thank you so much for joining us on this deep dive into generative AI in test automation.
It's been a pleasure. Really enjoyed the conversation.
We hope you've learned something new, gotten some new ideas, maybe even a little inspiration.
Keep exploring, keep innovating, keep pushing the boundaries.
That's what it's all about. Until next time, happy testing, everyone.